If you know what accruals and expenses are, do you know how to record them in the accounts? I'm Thomas Harwood and welcome to the Accounting Student, where we create free and short videos so that you can learn about accounting. Today's video is looking at how to record accrued expenses in double entry. As previously mentioned in the video on what are accruals and prepayments, an accrual is an adjustment to match expenses used in a period. Accruals play a vital role to make sure that the financial records show a true and fair reflection of an organisation and its activities. An accrued expense is where the amount paid is lower than the amount of expenses incurred. The amount still owing is accrued, and since it actually belongs to this current period, it must be added to the amount already paid. This follows a principle for treating accruals, as also mentioned in the video on what are accruals and prepayments, whereby accruals you add and for prepayments you deduct. So accruals add, prepayments deduct. Let's look at some examples to demonstrate accrued expenses. Rent for the shop of Ben the Baker for the financial year is £16,000. It has been agreed from the start that the rent is to be paid quarterly to the landlord. However, at the end of the year, payment for the last quarter is still owing. How do we record this in Ben's accounts? First of all, here is a table showing when the rent was due and when the rent was paid. As you can see, rent was paid each quarter during the year on the 31st of March, 30th of June and 30th of September, except for the last quarter. It was owed on the 31st of December 2017, but was not paid until the 10th of January 2018. Let's add information for the first 3 quarters like so. The rent for the last quarter was paid on the 10th of January 2018 and so will appear in the accounts of 2018, which is the next trading year of the business. The rent expense for 2017 is £16,000 for the year of rent. And since that the accruals and matching concept states that the expenses and income recorded in the accounts should relate to the time period of those accounts. At the end of the trading year, the yearly rent amount is to be transferred to the profit and loss account. But if £16,000 was put on the credit side of the rent account like so, the account would be out of balance by £4,000 because the payment was due on the 31st of December 2017 and was not made until the 10th of January 2018. If we were to post the £16,000 to the profit and loss account, we would have £16,000 on the credit side and only £12,000 on the debit side. Something seems wrong here. Therefore, to make the account balance, the £4,000 rent owing in 2017 but paid in 2018 must be carried down to 2018 as a credit balance because it is a liability on the 31st of December 2017. Instead of rent owing, it can be called rent accrued or simply an accrual. Therefore, the rent account for Ben the Baker can now be shown as this. Additionally, the balance carried down can be called accrued carried down, and this is to explain what the balance is for an accrued expense. So that was the explanation of how to record accrued expenses in double entry. If you enjoyed it, press the like button. If you have a question you want answered, leave it in the comments below and we'll try our best to answer it. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you click the red subscribe button to keep updated with the Accounting Student. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.